Well, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Todoroki Stadium. It's a really important day, not just on the Japanese calendar, but also for the J-League, as these two sides look to climb the table. Neither, I think it's fair to say, would be content with the start to the season that they've made. And whilst Kawasaki Frontale have lost a number of players, of course, for this new season, for Urawa Reds, a change in coach, a change in emphasis, a change in style maybe. And it's not been the start of the season that the Asian Champions League holders have been looking for, nor has it been the start that Frontale would have wanted. 8th last season, which represents a poor season for them. Remember, we are looking at a team that has 4 titles in the last 7 years in the J-League. And of course, a cup win for them last season. They do need to start climbing the table, because right now they are heading for their lowest J-League finish since they were relegated some 20 odd years ago. Since their return to the top flight in 2005, they've never finished below 8th. And so they need to improve pretty smartly. That's the situation before them right now. And these big games tend to bring out the best of them. It is a really big game. It is a classic rivalry of the J-League that we have on Constitution Memorial Day in Japan. Kawasaki Frontale against Urawa Reds. It's a beautiful day as well. The temperature perfect for football, around the mid-20s. Stadium reverberating to noise. It's a cascade of colour. And one of the traditional stadiums of the J-League. As the teams make their way out. Bafétimbi Gomis there, coming into the Kawasaki Frontale side today. Maybe a bit of a surprise, the veteran forward getting a start following his surprise move just before the start of the season. And now they will line up next to their mascots. See what a lovely day it is. The stadium absolutely packed. And before we start, Kento Tachibanada is celebrating, making his 100th J-League appearance last week in that game with Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Born and bred at Kawasaki Frontale. Admired and revered at this club. And looking to go on and follow the likes of Yasuto Wakizaka with all that he has done in the colours of this club down the years. And today there is a special day as well, a day of celebration, because a year ago Takata no Yama-chan, the mascot of Rikuzen Takata City, married the Caborera mascot for Kawasaki Frontale, and their child that celebrates its 1st birthday today. That's what we've been celebrating before the game. The stadium has been having a party, but now it's all about business. It's all about getting 3 points in the J-League. And for Kawasaki Frontale, it's about repairing what's been a really poor start to the season. 16th right now, 9 points, 5 without a win at the moment. And they need to start winning quickly. Toru Oniki has made that point over the last few days. He decides to keep the side fairly similar to the side that drew 2-2 with Hiroshima a week ago. There are still a couple of injuries around the squad, but Sai van Vermeskirchen has come in and does well. Tachi Banada will sit just in front of the back four, with Wakizaka given the license to go and support behind Bafétimbi Gomis, Marcinho and Akihiro Ianaga. make up the forward line. There is just the one change, and that is Gomes coming in for Edison, who drops down to the bench today, the Brazilian. Of course, a number of new signings, a number of new players who have come into the team this season and still taking their time to gel somewhat. Akihiko Ikuichi is the man in charge. Tomoyuki Umeda and Bunpei Ueda will assist him on the lines. And of course, should we require some help from above or outside, as it would be, we have the vastly experienced Takafumi Mikuriya and Shingo Sakamoto in the VAR booth today. Well, Shosaka Nishikawa, as always, in goal for Urawa, a vastly experienced goalkeeper. They are able to welcome back Alexander Schultz, who missed a number of games earlier in the season. Samuel Gustafsson has been a real positive start to their season so far. Atsuki Ito and Keito Yasui make up the midfield, with Tomoaki Okubo coming in on the right-hand side. There is an injury today to Naoki Maeda, who was injured last week. They tried to train yesterday, but he withdrew from training, so he will play on the right-hand side and partner Thiago Santana and Shoya Nakajima. Well, there is the new coach of Urawa, Per Matthias Ogmo, a league winner in Sweden with the unfashionable Haken. Well, his task here is to win the league with Urawa. That's what they hope, that's what they expect. Well, they're 10th right now and they need to start climbing. Here we go then in the Todoroki Stadium. Kawasaki Frontale against Urawa Reds. Kawasaki in the traditional blue, and the ball very nearly breaking early on there. It won't come to Gustafsson, and it's hammered away downfield towards Marcinho, but will run away from him. But just for a moment there, Urawa were almost dead inside the opening 10 seconds. I think it's fair to say they're still trying to find the right blend. Certainly the style has changed a little. They're trying to be a little more progressive, play a little more advanced. I think it's fair to say that last season that they were a little more phlegmatic. They tended to play a little more on the counter-attack. This year it's all about possession and trying to dictate and dominate the game. That's why there have been changes to the starting lineup, and of course you talk about the absence of Takehiro Sekine and Hiroki Sakai, two vastly experienced and two very important performers as well in the colours of Urawa. That's given away, and an opportunity perhaps for Tachibana to get the ball moving here. The strike is from distance, and whilst it was well hit, it was a comfortable save for Nishikawa. Gustafsson will go back to Alexander Schultz. Nishikawa very calm in playing the ball out to Gustafsson. Schultz will go to Hirokazu Ishihara, who is continuing to deputise for Hiroki Sakai at right fullback. And the ball comes to Ryoma Watanabe, one of the players that was brought in the transfer window. Schultz, who missed much football at the start of the season, now back in at centre-back. He's so important to this side. Certainly was right up there in the MVP reckonings last season. It's a lovely little touch by Watanabe. Nakajima. And Watanabe! Oh, it's a super save! What a reaction that is from Kami Fukumoto. It's beautifully built by Urawa. Lovely little ball by Nakajima onto Yasui. And the final shot on the turn by the fullback. And that is a truly outstanding save. One of the saves of the season so far from Kami Fukumoto. Urawa have a corner. Denied the opening goal by a brilliant piece of goalkeeping. corner towards Gustafsson. It's going to come out here towards the figure of Okubo, but he couldn't take it in. And now Marcinho will try and advance there, but a comfortable read, and comfortable for Ishihara to deal with it. And this is Marius Høybråten, the Norwegian international, who will move the ball on to Watanabe. And what an effort from him, what a chance it was for Urawa to strike early into this game. Ryoma Watanabe stepping forward from the back. That's going to go back to the goalkeeper, who just has to be careful. Does have a reputation for getting forward from fullback, Watanabe, scoring goals, 10 over the last couple of seasons with FC Tokyo, and 1 already in the win over Vispa Fukuoka in the colours of Urawa. Nakajima, that's nice. Okubo, good challenge on him, and that is a foul. I think it's probably fair to say that Tomoaki Okubo may take out a little bit. Here's that save again. It is absolutely brilliant, really is. Wonderful stop. We're just on Tomoaki Okubo. We probably will expect him to take some time to really get back into the swing of things. Only started 3 games now this season. He was involved so heavily over the course of last season. 28 starts for him. One thing he has said himself is he needs to improve his goal scoring return. He's only scored 1 last season for the last 4 years, and he's already got 1 this year as well, so maybe he's on course to better that. Scored a month ago in the win over Sagan Tosu. This is Ishihara. Gustafsson. This is Atsuki Ito. Watanabe. Gustafsson. See the way that Urawa are dominating possession here, and wanting to get on the ball and play through the pressure that they are under. And they've worked their way to Okubo here. This cross is delivered but deflected behind, and they work that beautifully downfield with the visitors. Again, the chance to deliver. Thiago Santana is joined by Schultz and Høybråten and Gustafsson here inside the penalty area. All coming from deep. It's towards Marius Høybråten. It's a good win in the air by Bafétimbi Gomis. Even at the age of 38, still scoring a lot of goals. His last couple of seasons really good in Turkey and in the Middle East. A chance to deliver the corner again. Again, it's a similar setup. It's towards Gustafsson at the near post. Again, it's well defended and well dealt with. Bafétimbi Gomis again, well stationed, well situationed. Chance to take a short corner here, and they are thinking about it. Again, though, they're looking inside the penalty area. Again, the movement, and the header is from Thiago Santana. It's deflected up into the air, headed off the line. That's Ito, and that's another corner. Real pressure on Frontale here. Goalkeeper's completely lost here. deflected up into the air. On a way to safety, it was Wakizaka who actually gets in the way of the header. Goalkeeper would have saved that, but he wouldn't have saved the second effort, which was headed away from on the goal line. And so they'll try again. 4 in a row. Can they make it count? That's towards Thiago Santana, and Gomes will get the ball away. And Kawasaki Frontale will be mightily relieved. That was real pressure on their goal mouth there. Well, he's already made one outstanding save. Started the season, of course, as the backup to Jung Sung Young. He's now taken over between the posts. Throw will go the way of the home side. Much talk about Kawasaki getting a new stadium. Traditional old stadium with the running track around it. Most easily identifiable, of course, when you see games played over here. Even with that 20,000 crowd in, you can always hear that noise level. It's a ball to Thiago Santana. It's cleared away by Segawa. Wakizaka, who at the moment is having to sit in and play deep. Nakajima. Gustafsson. There's a real level of control and composure about the way the visitors are playing at the moment. That's a lovely little ball again. Again, they're working it with Ishihara. Gustafsson's cross is just a little too deep. The goalkeeper's done really well to keep it in play, backpedaling there. But, he did really, really well, Kami Fukumoto. Will try and grow into this game now, the home side. They've been on the back foot so far. Here's Marcinho. He's gone for the return and got there as well. He was looking for Gomes, but Tomoaki Okubo had gone all the way back there, tracking back. You can see him tracking back there with the initial run, and he continued it all the way back into the penalty area with Marcinho. It's really good, responsible play that from the wide right attacking player for Urawa. And so, having weathered a storm of corners, Frontale have their first themselves. Sasaki and Ominami are inside the penalty area. It's come off Thiago Santana. Nakajima will help the ball a little further away. Schultz with the header. That was Van Vermeerkerken. This is Gomes. A little bit of space for Ianaga now. It's a lovely little ball, and it's a difficult chance. It's a tough thing to ask to hit the ball like that over your shoulder for Wakizaka. The one thing he does have is certainly the technical ability to do that in that area, but such a tough thing to have, particularly under the pressure of Samuel Gustafsson as well. It's nicely done, Tashi Banada. And he was kicked to the ground by Thiago Santana. Impressive that Tashi Banada is so important, of course, to this side, and the fact that at the age of 25 is already past 100 J-League appearances. His debut came in 2021. That's another foul. Kaito Yasui was penalised quite easily by the referee. Here's Marcinho. That's away by Schultz, and it will go for a throw-in rather than a corner. He's always the outlet. He's always the player that you feel is capable of making something happen. Since he came in from China back in 2021. Real success story for Frontale. Sagawa forward. Wakizaka. It's just drifted out before Ianaga can get to the ball. Well, they're starting to grow into this game more and more now. Ianaga. He's got too much on him. Again, it was a really good covering of the run. Ianaga was trying to pick out Wakizaka, who'd made that forward run. It's lovely football, isn't it? And the shot in the end that was hit by Tono was comfortably dealt with. But just again, an example of the way they're starting to come more and more into this game now. The home side, having seen Urawa made such a bright start to the game. Nishikawa out to Høybråten. Alexander Schultz. Ishihara. Remember that Urawa had the best defensive record of any side in the J-League last season. But they've been, well, they were leaky at the start of the season, I think it's probably fair to say. And they had that 1-0 defeats at home against Gamba and away at Kashiwa. Apart from that, they've been quite tidy defensively. That off the back of a crazy 4-4 draw away at Shonan Bellmare back in mid-March. They've tightened up the ship since then. Certainly don't associate this Urawa side being leaky. That's nice. This is Ianaga. Trying to do this with experience, aren't they, at the moment? Akihiro Ianaga at the age of 37. He's 38 in just over a month's time. Gomes, of course, very much at the tail end of his career. He's 39 this year. It's a little deflected ball and it's stabbed home. Well, they didn't deal with the cross and Wakizaka's on hand to turn it home. It's the goal they needed, it's the start they wanted to the game. They are in front. Gomes used all his experience and strength. I wonder if the VAR will look back at a handball there, but the header that was won by Tono was so vital. Just have a look here as it comes across. Schultz couldn't get there. It broke to Wakizaka. And it looks so simple, doesn't it? Slamming the ball home. Well, he is Mr. Frontale, isn't he? There's Yasuda Wakizaka. Massive goal. Huge celebrations around the stadium. They are checking for a potential handball against Bafatimbi Gomez. But they've given the goal. We said that we wondered whether or not VAR would have a look at that. They have ruled that if there was contact with the hand, it was accidental and is therefore not something you can pull back, as it was a long way before the goal was scored. So a lead for Frontale. Indebted to the goalkeeper for an outstanding save for them to be on terms. Wakizaka with the goal. Third of the season for him. 9 last year, of course, his best return to a J-League season. Given much more license, I think it's fair to say, to join in up top. Playing a lot more advanced. He's the set-piece man as well, remember. He offers so much to this team. And they need him right now with the changes in personnel. This is Nakajima. Gustafsson. Gustafsson again gets the ball back from Ishihara. Yasui. Not making the same level of ground that they were earlier at the moment. Urawa. That's nice though. Well, it was nice, but Tomoaki Okubo just got ahead of himself. Just didn't quite time the run the way that Gustafsson wanted him to. See the faces of Atsukito and Gustafsson there. Started so well, but we saw Frontale growing into the game. See the levels though of possession that predominantly from that opening 10-15 minutes where Urawa were just controlling everything and created that chance. They had a lot of problems scoring goals last season. Jose Kante and Shinzo Kuroki had to shoulder the burden. This season, of course, is Thiago Santana. I think many people expected them to sign another striker in the transfer window. They decided not to. So they have Kuroki. They also have Brian Linson, of course, available. The Dutchman, although we've not seen him at all yet this season, even though he's been around the squad and involved, but no sign of him out on the field. Nakajima's touch. Well, they'll be looking for a return from that man there, because since coming in last season, fair to say that he's not really found his levels. time away, of course, in Portugal and the Middle East, and then of course last year at Antalyaspor in Turkey. Schultz, Hoybra, Watanabe, who had that great chance and was denied by that wonderful save by the goalkeeper. Lovely feat by Nishikawa to find Ishihara. Ito. Ishihara again, that's nicely done. Gustafsson. It's a beautiful turn by Nakajima. As he delivered the ball, it was beautifully covered. Fine piece of defensive work by Sasaki. And now the counter-attack. And Marcinho is quick. Schultz is the defender. Marcinho goes on his own across the face of goal, and it's cleared off the line to deny Ianaga. It was Watanabe who got back there. He had to, and he makes a super block. Brilliant from Marcinho again. There's not many players who do this to Alexander Schultz. Put him on his backside almost. Ianaga must have thought he'd scored. Watanabe got back in there and did ever so well. Did well to get it on the goal line as well. He'd gone behind the line. Big block. Big moment in the game. Ianaga will feel he should have scored. He shouldn't have given the defender a chance. He tried to be precise and place it side-footed. Some will say maybe he enabled the defender to make the block. Ball is back with Shusaku Nishikawa. Nakajima. Nicely done. They've got Atsuki Ito in a little bit of space here. This is Okubo. Oh, it's gone across the face of goal. Thiago Santana couldn't get there. Nakajima. Yasui did well to keep the ball in play. Watanabe. Gustafsson. Now Nakajima. Shot was deflected and it took the sting off it somewhat. That'll come harmlessly through to Alexander Schultz. Towards Thiago Santana, it's a good clearance away. Yusuke Segawa coming right across there. Needed to as well, because Thiago Santana looked as though he had the run there. Schultz was appealing for a foul by Bafétimbi Gomis. He doesn't complain. Well, a few players who probably would there. It doesn't matter, it's their throw-in. Go back to the goalkeeper. Kami Fukumoto with that wonderful save early on, helping the side to come into the game. Nothing that Nakajima could do there. Risky. Took a chance, did Tashibanada, and then was fouled by Thiago Santana, who will get a word from the referee. Not his first, which is why not his first on the same player as well. They were getting better and better in the game anyway, but there's a real confidence now about the home side as we go into the 30th minute of the game. Look content and they look happy with the way things are going. Remember, this is a side with only 2 wins so far this season in the league. Of course, talked about the pressure on the players, the coach, everyone really, which is inevitable really given the situation the club finds itself in. Ishikawa downfield. That's Gomez. Needs a bit of help. Wakazaka. Marcinho. Dummy was by Wakazaki, wasn't actually read by Kono. It's going to come to Ianaga. He's looking for Gomez. It was spilt anyway by the goalkeeper, but he was clipped on the way through by Dayatono. Gustafsson, Watanabe, always in a hurry to get advanced downfield. Samuel Gustafsson again. Alexander Schultz. Ishihara. Gustafsson, beautiful ball. Ito, real chance. Well, maybe he got caught in 2 minds. He did look up and look across to where Thiago Santana was. That door was closed. And in the end, it was a rather tame effort. Massive, massive chance, though, for Atsuki Ito and for Urawa to get back into the game. He's gone a year without a goal, Atsuki Ito. He's spoken at length about developing his game further. There's a player who burst into the international setup last year. His performances, he's a hard-running player. In the end, it was a bit of a nothing effort. One thing that he probably couldn't do is get it across to Thiago Santana. That door had been closed by Omanami coming across. Either way, what a really good chance it was. Schultz. Again, though, just another example of Urawa's capability of breaking players in between the lines. Wonderful pass by this man here, the Swede Samuel Gustafsson. He was the key man in the hacking midfield under Per-Mattias Högmo that won the league in Sweden on his return from Italian football. He brought to Japan with his coach. Nakajima. That's another clever little ball, yes! What a goal that is! Tomoaki Okubo breaking in from the flank, and Urawa are level. It is the delightful ball from Nakajima, and Okubo timed his run to perfection. Oh, it's a lovely goal, that. How about this for a delicious ball? And Okubo, who had a delayed start to the season because of injury, is up and running now, guiding the ball home behind Kamo Fukumoto. He enjoyed it. So did he. Really, really good goal. They are just checking whether or not Okubo was offside. It looked like he was okay from the replay we saw. Just as you see it there. That's all good. Looks like the rear end of Asahi Sasaki, who's played him onside. I know sometimes the camera can play tricks on us, but the naked eye would suggest that that's all good. The backside of Sasaki, probably the right shoulder as well of Saivan Vermaskerken, and it is confirmed it is a goal. Our eyesight is good. The check is complete. It's 1-1, and it's probably no more than Urawa deserve. Yasuto Wakazaka with the first, and Tomoaki Okubo with a leveller. What's been a really good game. It's flowed beautifully. Such a wonderful ball by Nakajima. Gustafsson, that's a delightful turn. Thiago Santana from deep. Pass for Ishihara's a little short. We'll get a throw in out of it. Could have been more. 8 minutes to go till the break. It's building up nicely, this. Schultz. Goes for the return. Okubo couldn't find him. Thiago Santana with a turn. And a shot out of nothing from the Brazilian. Last season in the top flight, brought in 14 goals in the colours of Shimizu. 4 already this season for Thiago Santana, including one from downtown, from his own half. It's a nice little thread for Dayatono. Very well won back by Ito. Okubo, lovely little drop of the shoulder. Support needed now, support arriving now, but not before there's a foul on him. taken quickly. Ishihara. Away by Ominami. It's going to come back for Okubo. Well, it's not far away. And deflection absolutely vital. Ominami stood up big, didn't he? And took the goalkeeper out of the equation. This has been a really good response this last few minutes by Urawa. Gustafsson will take this corner. It's gone deep round the back, and arriving at pace was Yasui. Met it beautifully as well. Kami Fukumoto had to respond at his near post. The set pieces have been clever so far. Worked different angles, worked different areas. Again, they're all lining up deep. And then they break towards the near post. Here comes the corner now. It's towards Thiago Santana, away by Ominami. Schultz. Not really the area of the field where I think, even with the greatest of respect to Alexander Schultz, he's the most comfortable. Probably wouldn't have gone in, but Kami Fukumoto can't take that chance. What an introduction he had to Japanese football, Van Vermeskirchen. On arriving in Japan for the first time to play in the J-League, scoring in the Super Cup to win it. This is Watanabe. Spent all his career playing in the Netherlands. His father, Japanese mother. Now Marcinho on the counter-attack, and I think this is possibly the most straightforward yellow card you'll ever see. Marcinho had gone there, and Alexander Schultz, he didn't have many options there, did he? Rather than to bring the Brazilian down. Described as the perfect professional as Alexander Schultz. I don't think Marcinho thinks that at the moment. From Copenhagen. What a signing he's been. 2021 he moved to Japan from Midtjylland, where he won honours in the Danish league. He's won cups and leagues with Bruges in Belgium, Midtjylland in Norway, and of course the AFC Champions League in last season with Urawa. He was in the best 11 for last season, unsurprisingly. Actually, he was Player of the Year in Denmark in 2021. That's a ball for Gomes. Ianaga. That's clever, and Gomes very nearly got that. Away by Marius Højbråten. Vital clearance from the Norwegian. Had to get there and did. Talk about Alexander Schultz, of course, being in the team of the year last season when he was partnered by Højbråten. Ball comes all the way through and it's cleared away, and Nakajima will need some help. He's been joined by Gustafsson. And the red shirts are flooding forward now. Thiago Santana. Well, it was one of those where Ishihara was trying desperately to keep the ball and get away, but couldn't quite do so. Right back turning up on the left wing. Charge led by that man, Nakajima, who's been a real threat for Per Matthias Ogmo's side so far this afternoon. Of course, it's a busy weekend. Constitution Memorial Day today, and then backed up with another public holiday on Monday, where everyone backs up and plays again. Home side Kawasaki heading off to Fukuoka to face Avispa, and Urawa returning to Saitama to take on the Yokohama F Marinos, who themselves, of course, will be trying to win the AFC Champions League. And take the crown. It was won by Urawa last season. Tami Fukumoto playing the ball out nicely to Kashibanara, forward by Yusuke Sugawa, but a bit too much on that. No way through for Watanabe, and the ball taken off him by Wakizaka. That's towards Gomes, away by Schultz. Teasing little ball. Wakizaka again. A bit too much air on that one. Too much adrenaline in it. Puts his head in his hands, because he knew it was an opportunity to deliver there. We've already played a minute of 3 additional minutes. Nakajima, can they strike at the end of this first half? It was an audacious effort. Always rising up over the top of the crossbar. He's been a real threat today. He's asked his players to step forward. Gomes, Iyanaga, probably wouldn't have got that when he was 27. Never mind 37, but wins the throw. Sugawa. Iyanaga. Sugawa. That's nice. And they've worked it beautifully, or just for a fraction of a moment. Dayatono switched off and Gustafsson was there. Wakizaka. Sugawa. Iyanaga. Oli Bratton's header didn't go where he wanted it to, but it did go away from goal. First half is going to end with a corner to Frontale. Can they send themselves into half-time with the lead? It's a good header away by Schultz. And that will be the signal for the referee to blow his whistle and bring the first half to a close. It's been a really good first half. That brilliant save early on from Kami Fukumoto after Nakajima found Watanabe. With the home side going in front, it was a really well-worked and well-taken goal, but cancelled out by Tomoaki Okubo's header from Nakajima's delightful little ball delivered across to cancel out Wakizaka's opener. But it's been a free-flowing open game, plenty of entertainment, and it sets us up beautifully for the second half. Both sides in need of a win, and both sides heading off out there looking for it. Half-time though, Kawasaki Frontale 1, Urawa Reds 1. Welcome back to the Todoroki Stadium. Akihiro Ianaga is the last player to join us for the second half, which is about to get us underway. It's been a fascinating game so far. It's been a really good game so far, full of really good quality, some really good attacking play. And you'd probably say that Urawa deservedly back on terms after falling behind to that 18th minute goal by Yasuto Wakazaki. Tomoaki Okubo with a fine header to level things up, which sets us up beautifully for this second half. Urawa looking to break a winless streak here in the J-League that dates back to 2017, when Shinzo Koroki scored twice to earn them a 2-0 win. Marcinho not quite able to take the ball in, but he's won it back from Gustafsson, and he's going to get a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area here. And they're looking to get off to a flyer. Gustafsson had won the ball, then he lost it, and he caught the Brazilian. Now is there a bit of Wakazaki wizardry to start the second half? He's got one, has the Frontale skipper. Now can he make something special happen to give them a dream start to the second period? It's a big defensive wall he's got to get past. The five biggest players that Urawa have, plus one lying on the floor behind them as well. It's Wakazaka. Oh! And he is so close to perfection. It's a wonderful effort. Nishikawa wasn't getting it. It's just the wrong side of the crossbar, if you look at it that way. If it hits the other half of the bar, it goes down and in. As it is, it goes up and over. A wonderful effort from Yasuto Wakazaka. Urawa's turn to go at the other end. Nakajima is challenged by Ianaga. And controlling Bafatimbi Gomes. Well, that would have got us off to a rip-roarer, but it sets us up beautifully for the second half. Confirmation of the two teams going through the bottom of your picture there. Lovely dummy by Nakajima. This is Watanabe. It's a really good run by Ito, but that's the scene by Van Vermeskirchen. Gomes and Schultz are battling for the ball. Gomes did well. And now storming forward is Sasaki, and he goes on! Oh, and he scores! It's a stunning finish. Asahi Sasaki, bursting forward from centre back, scores a screamer. What a start to the second half it's been. Gomes doing so well initially. But look at Sasaki here. He's a centre-back, remember. And the defence just opened up like a chasm. But still, it is a stunning, stunning finish. How about that? Bang! The goalkeeper just couldn't keep it out. Too hot to handle. And Kawasaki Frontale are back in front. It's only his third ever J-League goal. It's his first since last August. Asahi Sasaki. Well, of all the players you would have put down to score a screamer like that, bursting into the penalty area, I don't think, with the greatest love and respect to him, you wouldn't have had him high on the list. But he could not hit that ball any better than he did. adrenaline coursing through him right now. Izaka hitting the crossbar, and then Sasaki scoring. And Urawa, who have fought once to get back into the game, must do so again. Question marks will be asked about the defending. Schultz isolated, pinned by Gomes. It was a perfect hold-up play from the forward. No one really covering the hole that opened up. There's Ito. Away by Nishigawa. Header from Ishihara. And that's Marcinho. Van Vermeerkerken. Marcinho felt the ball had run out of play. The assistant keeping the flag down. Watanabe's running into traffic there, but he did ever so well to keep the ball and then win the free kick as well. The game started with him forcing a brilliant save from Naoto Kamafukumoto in the Kawasaki Frontale goal. And it's been like that ever since, really. From the moment that Frontale came into the game, after about 15 minutes, well, they're very much in the game now, they lead again. Schultz under pressure, had to stretch to get the ball away. Ienaga for Yusuke Segawa. Wakizaki. Ienaga. All a little too tight in there for Tono. That's another free kick. Nakajima fouled by Wakizaki. Hirokazu Ishihara. Hubran going direct. It's a nice little ball. It's going to break for Thiago Santana here. Supporters arriving. This is Okubo. It's a lovely ball, and it's a very, very good header away. Once again, it's Segawa, who's done that a couple of times already in this game. Ishihara. Gustafsson. And Ito was coming back from an offside position. Gustafsson tried to release him. How about this for defending from Yusuke Segawa? He read it really well, didn't he? Coming across from fullback. This is the goal. And it actually starts with Sasaki playing the ball up to Gomes. And then as he receives the ball on halfway, well, where are the defenders going? No one goes to him, and that's how the ball ends up being smashed into the roof of the Urawa net. Here they come again with Ienaga. Wakizaki. The ball that was aimed in behind. Doesn't quite find its target. Dayatono it was who was there. Sasaki. Van Vermeerkerken. It's a foul on Marcinho. That's nice. Wakizaki finding space and finding Ienaga. And arriving is Marcinho. And on the stretch, it's the wrong side of the post. He had to throw himself at it, the Brazilian. Lovely move again. Again, Urawa very, very open. And it is one of those that as you throw yourself and slide, you just hope you get enough contact with the ball to turn it home. Not quite. Marius Høybråten. Confirmation of the Urawa side going through. We didn't have time to show you that because of the chances that we saw for the home side. First the free kick from Wakizaki, followed by the goal. We've already played 10.5 minutes of the second half. Shows how good Kawasaki's start has been. Here they come again, Høybråten away. And at the moment, Urawa Reds are having to dig in to stay in this game. Ienaga, Segawa. Ienaga again. That's nice. And the delivery will go harmlessly across the face of goal. Just not quite for Marcinho. And there's the effort from Ienaga as the ball was given away by Urawa. Well, the last thing they need to be doing at the moment is offering any encouragement at all. To the home side, playing well enough without it. Again, they win the ball. Gustafsson steps in well. Oh, it's off for Okubo to chase, but he's second favourite there. Kami Fukumoto gets the ball away to Marcinho, who did ever so well to keep the ball in play and was off after it, but covered by Schultz. Watanabe, Høybråten, Schultz, Ishihara. So I wonder if Per Mathias Ogmo will be considering his options. As we say, Koroki. One of those who could come from the bench. Linton as well. No, I must stress we haven't seen him all season. A lot of ongoing speculation as to why we haven't. Without Naoki and Maeda, they are one down, to add to the absence of Takehiro Sakine as well. And it is the home side that are looking the more obvious threat. Can Thiago Santana do something about that now? Gustafsson. Okubo. And the strike is deflected. And it is deflected a whisker wide by Atsukito. That was the initial shot going in, from Yasue. Possibly was. And the deflection, look at that, agonizingly wide of the post. It's a corner. Gustafsson will take. Thiago Santana is arriving, but a good header by Gomes. It's cleared away well by Van Vermeerkerken. That will find Thiago Santana a bit flat, bit straight. Played an hour. What's been a thoroughly engrossing game of football, really good game of football as well. And you feel there's a lot more life in this game yet. But Urawa need to keep it alive. Next goal is the game on which, or the goal on which the game will pivot. One more for Frontale and it's over. Ianaga, back to Wakazaki, that's nice again. Tachibanada, again, such appreciation of his teammates' positioning. Ianaga. That's Gomes, he's going to break for Marcinho. It was a little ungainly from Omanami. But they're happy to send the defenders forward. Omanami again, after Sasaki had scored that brilliant goal. Gomes is leading the line superbly. A veteran forward, a little wink for Marcinho. Wakazaki with the corner, and Gomes was the one who rose highest. Away by Kluibra, and now the counter-attack. Okubo is very well dealt with by Sasaki. This is Kento Tachibanada. Yasto Wakazaki, Marcinho, Van Vermeerkerken. Marcinho, that's beautiful. Van Vermeerkerken again. And Gomes is arriving, although Van Vermeerkerken, as he received the ball back, did so in an offside position. Well, what can they do to affect the course of this game? Can they make a tactical switch? Can they just move something around, move the chess pieces around to try and affect a change in the way the game is going right now? Because Urawa at the moment are second best. And it's been really, really good from Kawasaki Frontale in this second half so far. It's a nice ball for Nakajima. Thiago Santana. Okubo. It's a foul by Marcinho. Might have been two fouls by Marcinho, in truth. There's a one-man wrecking crew there. Took out Ishihara, took out Okubo. And sometimes when you are second best, the set piece can represent a nice way to change the game. Gustafsson to deliver. Goalkeeper stays at home, and as the players went in for it, it was very well dealt with by Sasaki. Schultz. Gustafsson. Gustafsson again. Nakajima, Gustafsson. Ishihara. Noticeable that Schultz is getting more involved now in the build-up. He's trying to create that extra body to sow a little bit of uncertainty. Challenges by Van Vermeskirchen on Okubo. Høybråten. Ishihara. Gustafsson. Ito. Gustafsson. It's changing the direction of the play. The ball is delivered, but Watanabe's cross is comfortable for the goalkeeper. And delivered straight away. What a ball that is for Marcinho. Backing up Urawa straight away. Marcinho will wait for some support. Ishihara, the defender. What a ball that was by the goalkeeper. Wakazaki. Gomez. This time he can't keep it. You see they're trying to play higher up the field now. That's threaded through. Thiago Santana will chase, but once again the goalkeeper's in charge. Good starting position for Kami Fukumoto. Just for the first time in this second half, it feels like the pace of the game has slowed down. Frontale happy just to take the sting out of it. Ball is a bit too big for Marcinho. Remember, when you slow the game down like that, you just lose a little bit of momentum. Ito for Ishihara, for Ito. Risky, giving it away again. And Van Vermeskirchen wins the throw. Here comes the first change anyway. Tatsuki Seko will come on in the middle of midfield, no doubt. Former Yokohama man. Did well last season in that Yokohama side. Van Vermeskirchen not really having anywhere to go there. Ball he received from Ienaga. Thiago Santana. Okubo. Gustafsson, that's nice. Gives them a little bit of momentum here. Gives them the opportunity with Nakajima. Oh, he's passed behind Gustafsson. Just takes the momentum out of the attack. Gustafsson now. And on for Thiago Santana. Just one poor pass and they lost the drive, lost their rhythm. Gomez is fouled. And here comes that change. Dayatono will make way for Tatsuki Seko. Straight swap in the middle of the point. And the 26-year-old who burst onto the scene with Yokohama FC in the top flight for making that move. He's been involved in every game so far this season. Starting half, come off the bench in the others. Change is now being readied for Urawa. Marcinho. Lovely switch. Inaga. Tashi Banana. Minaga again. Oh, it's going to find its way through to Wakizaki, is it? Good recovery from Watanabe. Nice cover, nice work from Takuma Omanami. Well, they're chasing the game, so they've got to find a way to do it. Ekanit Panya, the Thai international, and Brian Linson coming onto the field. Panya's another who's had injury problems at the start of this season. The 24-year-old who's technically still on loan from Wangtong United. Gomez trying to help the ball on. The shot is deflected away. Minutes remain in a game that's absolutely flying by. Hoybran and Schultz. It's a nice ball for Nakashima. It's a really good piece of defensive play by Tashi Banada. And now those changes can be made. Brian Linson is to be introduced. Keto Yasui will make way for him. Linson involved for the first time this season. Shuya Nakashima makes way for Ekanit Panya as well. So between them, they've played a combined total of 1 minute this season. And now they have to come from the bench for Matthias Hogbo to get them back into the game. Dutchman Linson, who into his third year now at Urawa. Oh, the goalkeepers took a massive chance there. And Linson very, very nearly put the ball into the net. As it is, it's going to be a corner. Only 5 starts for him last season. Mainly used from the bench, the 33-year-old. Well, they need him now to step forward and start performing. They need a goal. Gustafsson with the corner. It's a good header away. It's going to come out, and the strike has come off the woodwork by the goalkeeper and back into the goalkeeper's arms, would you believe it? He made a mess of this, did the goalkeeper, and he got away with it big time. Oh, what a let-off that is for Kami Fukumoto and for Kawasaki Frontale. Ito. Panya. That's Ishihara, and the goalkeeper half away. Okubo needs help, gets it from Watanabe. Well, he's checked 3 different ways there. Now what comes at the end of it? The strike is just across goal from Atsuki Ito. Never coming round for him. Shin Yamada. And he's going to come on here. And Bafétimbi Gomis has put in a fantastic shift. Involved in both goals they've scored. And his all-round contribution so good. He's 39, remember, this year. That was the contribution of someone who still has plenty to offer. And he will make way now. Shin Yamada and Hinata Yamauchi. Well, come on, Marcinho makes way as well. Maybe a little surprise given his potency in this game so far. Watanabe back to his goalkeeper. Yamauchi on the left-hand side. Shin Yamada is the central striker now. Thiago Santana. There's Okubo. And there's Thiago Santana. That's a super header away. Sasaki did so well. This little reorganisation now for the visitors. It's basically a 4-2-4 they're playing now. Here's Ishihara. Schultz. Gustafsson. Huge responsibility for him now. I mean, he's almost playing in midfield on his own. Atsuki Ito's been playing as an extra forward almost all through the second half since they've gone behind. Here's Tomoaki Okubo. Gustafsson. Here's Schultz, who himself is stepping into midfield more and more. That's a lovely ball. Thiago Santana. Nice turn. Shot deflected. Corner. It's a good block. That's a really smart turn. That's what they've done well. They've scrambled well. Gustafsson now with the corner. And there's a cluster of players going for it. Thiago Santana tussling for it. And he says that's another corner. That is another corner. 12 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Gustafsson in a hurry to get from one side of the field to the other to take the corner. It's towards Thiago Santana again. That's Okubo, but it's not going to find an Urawa shirt. Would come a long, long way, and in the end, only lashed the ball away. Gessiel and Zericado. Two Brazilians will come on. Watanabe. Okubo. That's nice, and this is Linson. Thiago Santana's going one way. It's Watanabe who will join in, and his strike beaten away by the goalkeeper, but the flag is up. Linson had just broken the lines a little too early for the assistant referee's liking. This is the effort from Watanabe. What's the goalkeeper here? And flaps at it, misjudges it. Touches it onto the woodwork. Could have gone anywhere. Look at that, underside of the bar onto the post. Well, he's destined not to score today, isn't he? Given that effort he had in the first half. that was brilliantly saved by the goalkeeper. That one was saved by the goalkeeper, but not so well saved. Yasuto Wakazaki will make way here. Zedicado will come on to offer a little more defensive reinforcement. Of course, Jessiel, Brazilian as well, and the third change as well to freshen things up. It's 3 changes in total for Kawasaki. Tatsuki Seko taking the armband. Five years now at Frontale for Jessiel. That's Schultz. Ito. Schultz. Panya. Alexander Schultz took a chance. Tomoaki Okubo's ball to Gustafsson wasn't the easiest to deal with, nor is that for Nishikawa, who sorted it out beautifully. Had a touch, controlled it and dealt with it. We've gone into a back 5 now. That's a little clumsy. Renata Yamauchi. So, inside the final 10 minutes. And they get something to take back to Saitama. Gustafsson with the free kick. Not his best, they'll be disappointed with that. Okubo's lost it. Here comes the counter-attack. This to kill the game. Yamauchi. Inaga! Oh, what a tackle. What a challenge that is by Okubo. Now, you could argue that he shouldn't have been given the chance. Inaga so calm in breaking forward. Yamauchi with a lovely little ball back, and then he just took too long to get the shot away. And Tomoaki Okubo came from nowhere. He knows, they know. That was the chance to seal it. They do have a corner though. Good header by Gustafsson to win the initial header. Away by Ekene Panya. Yusuke Segawa with a throw. Shin Yamada. Challenged by Hoibraan. Sasaki. Jessiel. That's a lovely ball. Yamada. The strike is comfortable for the goalkeeper. Yusuke Segawa with the effort. And now, here come Urawa. Ekene Panya. Held up by Sasaki. Tatsuki Seko. That's beautifully done, and he just couldn't quite take it in. Beautiful ball by Tatsuki Seko. And Yamada, well, it just needed a touch to take it in, or a finish, and got neither. Can't take your eyes off this for a moment now. Jessiel Ominami. That will go back to the goalkeeper. Zerikado. Tashibanada. And again, Shin Yamada makes the break. Goalkeeper stays at home. Is this the chance to finish it? Hoybratton holds him up. And he still forces the save from the goalkeeper. A couple of really good breaks from the substitute. Save from Nishikawa. Another opportunity to find the goal that will earn them a third win of the season. They're away. The near post is by Ishihara. Well, they're still making noise. And they are getting closer to a hugely important victory. One that they hope will be the kickstart for their season. This ball away. Recovered well. It's a nice piece of play as well. And Nishikawa helps it away. Thiago Santana will try and help it a little further downfield. Well, Kubo gets himself into trouble and is rescued by the referee. Tatsuki Seko pleading the case. Well, again, more changes. Shinzo Koroki and Hidetoshi Takeda home for Thiago Santana and Atsuki Ito. They turn to the old legend. If anyone could sneak a goal from anywhere, it would be Shinzo Koroki. 23,500 in attendance. Made the noise of about 3-4 times that today, and they'll sound like there's 4 times there's that many in if they can go on and see this through and win this game. Hasn't been the start to the season that they would have expected here. Mid-draw last time out against Tokyo Verdy, and they beat FC Tokyo 3-0. But apart from that, they've lost here to Mashida Zelvia, Kyoto Sanga and Jubilo. A 3-0 win here. It was gained only really after Tokyo had a player sent off. They were leading at the time. Linson. Can Urawa provide a grandstand finish? It's a good challenge by Jessiel. And away to Zerikado. That's a lovely ball. Here comes the counter thrust. One they want to try and end the game. Lovely play, Yamada. Ianaga. They're going to try and run the clock down rather than go for goal, are they? Sigawa. That's Seko. It's going to come to Yamauchi, but the flag is up. And they can set up for one last big effort here, Urawa. Schultz. Nice ball from the Urawa captain. On by Koroki. Watanabe. They've loaded up the penalty area. Can they find the quality? There's 4 minutes of stoppage time still to play. We've passed 90 minutes now. Heubran. Alexander Schultz. Ishihara can't find the pass to find Takeda. Well, they were so good at the start of the game. They were so good at coming back into the game after going behind. But in the second half, Kawasaki Frontale deserve all the credit, really. That's a good header back by Ominami to his goalkeeper to take the sting out of that situation. They've seen off the first minute of the 4. Towards Yamada again. Seko. Now it's with Yamauchi. Goes one way, goes the other, and then goes towards the corner flag. We'll be very happy to see Zedicado coming to help him. Yamauchi. It's a super sliding challenge. Throw will go the way, though, for the home side. Sasaki thought that it should have been his. And we're midway through the stoppage time already. And Alexander Schultz at his side. Needs something. Good win by JCL. For a moment, he was a long way from home. That's a super ball. Yamada. Forced wide across the face of goal. Game over. Kawasaki Frontale have a huge 3 points. The third goal seals it. Nakihiro Ienaga wraps it up in stoppage time. And after a frustrating start to the new season, it's all smiles now in the Todoroki Stadium. That's a beautiful ball. And they were so patient, they were so calm. Yamada across goal. Ienaga had a chance a little earlier to end it. This time, he does end it. Calm as you like. Delight. Relief more than anything. But for Perba Tayasogmo and his staff, still very much a work in progress for Urawa. It's a really good win by Tashi Barada. It was his ball that released Yamada. Such a clever ball, such a clever player. A huge turnaround in players at the start of the season in the transfer window. It's been a slow start to the season. Is this the kickstart they needed? Not going to be time to rescue this now for Urawa. Gustafsson can't keep it. And Yamada, who's been brilliant since coming on, now happy just to run into traffic to run down the clock. Gustafsson. But that won't find Panya. And the crowd and the Kawasaki players imploring the referee to bring this one to an end. come off Watanabe. Well, listen to the roar. Look at the celebrations. It's a result that will give huge hope and huge belief to this Kawasaki Frontale side. After a stuttering start to the new season, they have made a major statement here this afternoon. A big, big victory for Kawasaki Frontale. After going in front through Wakazaki in the first half, being clawed back, the second half performance was truly outstanding. They got themselves back in front with a rocket of a shot from Sasaki. They had to wait right till the very end before the veteran Akihiro Ienaga popped up to roll one into the back of the net and to earn them a huge 3 points. There's not been many smiles around here so far this season. There are today. Kawasaki Frontale 3, Urawa Reds 1. Well, that's a really big performance and a really big effort that from Kawasaki Frontale. After giving the lead away and Tomoaki Okubo had levelled the game for Urawa, Urawa were getting stronger and stronger. Whatever was said at half-time, the little rethink, the tactical rejig, certainly changed the game in the second half. Wakazaki hitting the crossbar with a wonderful free kick. And before Sasaki scored that thunderous goal that gave them the massive lift that they needed 3 minutes after the restart. And they had to wait till 3 minutes into stoppage time. Ienaga had already missed one golden chance. He wasn't going to miss another. And so the team in light blue, the team in sky blue, can celebrate what is a much needed win for them, in truth. It's been a disappointing start to the J-League season for them. And whilst it doesn't take them massively up the table, what it does do is close the gap on those above them and puts them back into the thinking of the sides around mid-table and above mid-table, rather than looking over their shoulders at what Kyoto and Sagan and Consadole and Shonan Bellmare are doing. But for Urawa, well, they were really bright at the start. They went behind, they came back into the game beautifully, and they looked capable of going on into the second half and building something, but they never really got anything going in the second half. They hit the woodwork after the goalkeeper palmed a shot on. They had a couple of chances, but in truth they were second best in the second period. And for those Urawa fans, it's been a disappointing start to the season. They're down in the bottom half of the table, and whilst one win could take them up to 6th or 7th, well, who knows. Let's get some reaction from the man who scored that absolute screamer, Asahi Sasaki.
まずゴールシーン振り返っていただきたいんですが、中盤でボールを受けて自分でドリブルで持ち上がって最後自分で右足を振っていきました。いかがでした、あのシーンは？
そうですね、外出そうと思ったんですけど中央空いてたんで、後半の入りでしたし、思いっ